What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video. The reasoning is I have been extremely busy with off-roading and working on Jeeps and working on the truck. So what started the whole thing with me taking a, 50 some day break from my last upload, we ended up getting Ashley's little red TJ all done. It was the TJ that we were doing with the frame swap and the engine swap that I didn't really record much. I think we got a couple videos out, but we did all that, and that took a ton of time. And we also got another TJ project. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not right in the head. I like Jeeps or something. I don't know. So we got this TJ. It's going to be another little project. We're going to keep this as a daily for Ashley, which means I have to figure out something to do with this Jeep. So I think I might build it up. I don't know. It might be a year or two with that. And another project that I had going on during this long layoff is we were in a rush to get my buddy's YJ done. It's one of the YJs. I think I did like a video on it a long time ago. Gonna be just a strict rock crawler. So it's got 42s. We'll probably do a walkthrough on it very soon to show you guys the progress on it. So we've been rushing to get all this stuff done, as well as trying to play a little bit this summer. So I hope you guys like this video. It's a transfer case swap for the Rubicon, or transfer case swap for the Jeep, the blue Jeep, the one that's over there. Hope you guys like it. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Hi, guys.
Hi guys. So we have a pretty important piece of the puzzle to make our Jeep perform a lot better than it's been. We finally are getting rid of that sport transfer case we've had, and we are just putting in a Rubicon case. So we're gonna go ahead and show you step by step on how to put that in, and I want to do some comparisons of the sport case versus the Rubicon case with how it crawls. We'll go through some detailed stuff with crawl ratio and a few other things. But first thing first, we have to do a quick little test on the Jeep. So we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison with the sport case, doing the world's slowest drag race, and then we're gonna do it with the Rubicon case and compare times. Right, Ashley?
That we are.
So let's get to it. All right, so when you're doing this, first thing you gotta do is take the skid plate off, and there's 4 bolts. So there's one there, and then 2 up there, and then 1 there that I broke off a long time ago, so that one's not connected. So you gotta take that off. Now nothing is really supporting that. That's like, there's nothing holding that on. So it's just like a dummy skid plate to protect your case. So we're gonna take that off, and then we're gonna take the drive shafts off the transfer case side. So the front and the rear. Once the drive shafts are removed, disconnect your shifter linkage. All right, so right now I have the stock sport case out. It was an absolute bear to get out. This one right here on the top really sucks. So does this one. And then this one down here at the bottom, you literally have to pick up everything to get it out. So what I ended up doing, it might be easier if you guys don't have like this kind of skid plate right here. So sorry I couldn't get video of it. So I took apart these mounts, because this thing right here it sat up there just like that. So just like that. And it was in the way for me to get to this bolt. So it was right here. I couldn't get anything around this side to get to it. So I actually had to put a lift on it, pick everything up, loosen all these mounts, get those mounts off, but I got it off and everything's unplugged. So there's a plug and there's a vent tube on the very top that you have to take care of before you bring it out. So that's it. Now I have these flanges for my drive shaft. So this one was already on there just like that. So I already ripped that one off. I just got to rip this one off and then put these 2 flanges on the Rubicon case.
So Josh got the old transfer case out and we are currently mounting the new one. We're using a transmission jack to hoist it up there. Now we got to get the bolts on that hold it to the transmission in and tightened, and then we'll go from there. So how bad is this, Josh?
It's not that fun.
Not that fun. So what was your hardest part with this one so far?
Getting all the bolts
In and out, or just out?
out.
So with the, I'd say 2010 and newer, 12 and newer.
12.
So the 2012s and newer, you're not given much room to work with as far as getting these bolts out and in. Not much room at all. So it's been a tight fit this entire time working on it, but hopefully by the end of today this will be in and going. We shall see.
All right, so it is a little while later. We got the Rubicon case all installed. So now we're gonna do the world's slowest drag race with the Rubicon case and the Jeep, and then we can be able to do a side-by-side comparison of it versus the Sport case versus the Rubicon case. And I'll also go in and do some number crunching with you guys to figure out the crawl ratio. All right, let's get to it. You can see it is much slower. So it's a lot better. I have a lot more control on the trails now. But it is so nice. Should have done this years ago. All right, so let's break down how this actually helps us off-roading. So one, we get tons and tons of control from that transfer case. Tons. So we're going slower. We can idle up stuff and we just a lot more control. Just believe me. So let's break it down, the numbers, all right? All right, so the difference between the Sport and the Rubicon case is the transfer case, right? So the ratios are for the Sport 2.72 to 1, and for the Rubicon it's 4.0 to 1. And for a 2012 and up, as far as 2012 to 2018, I don't know much for the JLs, but for the JKs, the first gear ratio in your transmission is 3.59 to 1, and our axles are geared at 5.38 to 1. So that gives us a final ratio of 52.5 to 1. And for the Rubicon, it is 77.3 to 1. So that is how you figure it out. So to figure it out, I guess, is you just take all these numbers, these 3 numbers, and you just multiply them all together. And then it gives you the final crawl ratio. So these numbers, they're this 20-some final ratio, 20-some points away from each other. You may think that is not going to solve anything. That's not going to help me. That's not going to make it a better off-roader. But let's flip to the other side. So our percent crawl difference, so you take your 2 crawl differences and you subtract them, and you get this value. And then you take that over your initial crawl ratio, and we get a 47% decrease in speed. Now, that is huge. I don't care if you're a stats nerd or an engineer nerd or whatever. anytime you're doing something with 47% difference, it is big time. So I hope this helps you guys. If you are still running that sport case and you're getting into harder and harder off-roading, upgrade, spend the $1,200. I think that's what we got our Rubicon case for. Spend the $1,200, put it in. It makes a world of difference. We have been on multiple trails with it, and I am loving every minute of it. Right, Ashley?
Definitely makes a difference.
Yep. All right, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll try to not have 50 days in between my next video for you guys. All right, guys, thank you for all your support.
Thanks, guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring your notification bell. And we'll see you guys on the trail real soon.
Bye.